Good morning, everyone. In the last class, we are trying to discuss with our linked list concepts here. So basically, we identified how this particular linked list is working internally. So with the help of this particular diagram here, and so each node will contain the previous node information as well as next node information. So this is all about the node section we discussed in the last class. And so what we need to do, so today we are going to identify the remaining methods here because the linked list is extending from uh, the linked list is extending from the abstract collection list as well as which is implementing list interface, queue interface as well as tweaking interface. So we need to focus on to the multiple interfaces method. Getting the point. So multiple interfaces method we need to identify here. Okay, let's say, so what are the interfaces method? First we need to check. So first we'll check for the list interface methods. Later we can go for the remaining method. So first add method. Now we need to focus on this particular add method. We need to focus on this particular add method call, which is expecting into index and element here. So if I'm going to add in the 0 index here, what happens here? So we'll see I want to add double A. I want to add double A here. Now observe, first we need to debug the code like how this particular add method is implemented internally. So which add method we are talking about? The list interface add method. So this is a list interface add method. These are the coming from the collection interface add method. Collection interface add method. Getting the point. So don't confuse between these two add methods here. Now observe, I want to move inside this particular method. So now you can see index and element. So what they are doing is check position index here. Check position index here. Now we'll see so what is doing internally. And here we are having one more method is position index. Is position index. So observe. So what is the size we are having right now? Size 3. And index we are having 0. So 0 less than or equal to 0. So this will true. And so index less than or equal to size. Getting the point. Index less than or equal to size. So this also will become true. Now what you understand here, so we are providing the index value more than the size. What happens internally? We are going to get an exception here. So at this time, we are not going to get any exception here. We are not going to get any exception here. So here we are checking here index equals to size. No, this is not a satisfied condition. Now what they are doing here? So they are calling here. So one more method called link before. Link before here. Right. Now observe here. So they are calling internally node method. So with the help of this particular index here. So first we'll see the node method, how it is working here. Node method. So index less than size here. So we'll observe whether this particular condition is satisfying or not. So this condition is satisfying here. So once this particular condition is satisfying here, now what we can understand here, it will try to load the first node. So what is the first node we are having? Something called AB. The first node cannot have a previous references here. Telling the point, the first node cannot have a previous references. First node can contain only the next reference here. So that is we identified AB is our first node. Okay. And here, based on this particular index here, what is doing here? We are trying to repeat this particular loop. But now the loop is not going to repeat. So I less than 0. Because I value 0 and index also 0. The condition will fail. So because of that, the loop is not repeated here. Now what you understand here? So the node is returning first node object here. First node object here. Right. Now, so link before, we need to go for the link before method. So here we are getting the first node. The first node cannot have a previous node, right? So this particular previous node we are getting null. And now here, if you observe, they are trying to create a one more node. So with the help of this particular previous and so first node. Now we will understand here how this particular new node is going to create. So now you can see the item we provided as a AA, and this particular AA is having next node that is called AB. That is called AB. Basically, now if you understand here, so what is the first node here? So something called AA. Something called AA. Right. And now the AB is going to change here. Success.previous. So they are making new node. So whatever the newly created node, so it will have previous. Now you can see as of this particular node, so there is no previous here. There is no previous relation. Now you can understand here. Now we'll have a previous also. Now we will have a previous and next node. Previous and next. So what is the first node here? So this is the new node, whatever the new node we created. So this is placed in the first node here. The first node now you can see, so this does not contain any previous node reference here. Only it contains next node. So this is the way. So this is the way the index add method is going to work. Observe the previous is not null. Okay. So previous node is null, and so they are making the newly created node as a first node, and size they are increasing. So what is the size they are increasing? Size is become 4, and mod count is getting the point. Now what you understanding regarding this particular add method? So what I want to provide this particular information here. So basically, based on this particular index here, what it will do? It will try to find out the particular node here first. It will try to find out the particular node. So where exactly we want to insert this particular node here. Getting the point. So this particular index will provide the node location, like whether it is the first node or second node, third node, right? So it's going to provide the node location. Once we identify the node location, what it will do? So whatever the value we are trying to create, it will override with like it will create a new node, and it will replace the newly created node in the specified location. And after this, so the previous nodes and next node will change the references here. Will change the references here. So now by seeing this particular example, what you are understanding here? So basically, so previously we created this AB, right? And so this particular node is having another reference here. So this particular node is having another references here. So observe here how we are trying to create. So AB we created, and the second node we created CD. So another one EF. Another one we created EF. Only these three created. And so now what we are doing here, we are trying to call 0. So with a 0, again we are trying to insert one more node here. Carrying the point, whenever we are calling add method, internally one more node is going to create it. So this particular node, if you observe carefully, because so initially this is the 0 location, first location, and second location, right? And so one more node I'm creating. Getting the point? One more node I'm trying to create. So that is also with a zero index location. This is also with a zero index location. Now what we can do, now what you are understanding here, I don't want to write here. So let me erase this particular node section. Right. Now here I want to create one more node. Right. So this is the another node we are creating here with the previous and the next. So what is the value we are having? Something called double A. Getting the point? So observe, initially we created three nodes here, A, B, C, D, E, F, and O. So with the zero index location, we are trying to create one more node. Now first, what we are doing here? So based on this particular index location, we are trying to find out the node information, right? So what is a zero node here? So this is the zero index location node we identified. So this is a zero index location node. Getting the point? After this, what we did here? So based on this particular node references here, because this particular node already the next node is connected to the CD and so same thing. So this is also previous connected to this particular and same way and this particular CD is connected to the EF and EF connected to the CD. So this is the relation we already connected. Right. Now what we need to understand here. So this particular AB is find out the previous node. Previous is null, so that it is a 0, right? So when we are trying to create with a zero index location, one node is created. So this particular next reference is moved to this particular previous. This particular next reference is moved to this particular previous. Now, so what is the first node? This particular double A is the first node. Double A is the first node. So where exactly we created this section of code? The section of code we created, so here. Carrying the point. Now the success node. This particular success node we are going to get as this section of code. This particular node we identified the success node. Right. So once we identify the success node here, now what we are doing is, so there is no previous node. There is no previous node. Previous node, because this is the first node, so because of the first node we don't have a previous node. Carrying the point. Initially this is the first node, so there is no the previous node references here. Right. And with the help of this particular previous node references, now what we did here, we created new node. So this particular newly created node, so this newly created node, this particular double A. Getting the point? Now what we are doing here, so newly created node is equals to the previous node we are making. Newly created node, so we are making into the success previous. Success previous. Fine. Now what we need to understand here? So we are having relation right now. So we created a relation to the whatever the newly created node. Right? And after this, what is the next line we are doing it? So this particular PRED, we are having null. Because previous node we could not find out with the help of this particular success here. And if it is not to find out now what we are doing is, we are making first node. Now you can understand here, what is the first node here? So this will become first node. Getting the point? So this will become first node and the EF will become last node. The EF will become last node. Getting the point? So this is very important here. Right. Now we'll understand one more example here. Observe in the linked list, now the same method I am trying to call. Same method I am trying to call here. I want to provide the fifth. In the fifth index location, I want to call. Now you can see, same I am trying to debug the code here. Right. Now, so carefully observe here. So like constructor object we create a linked list. So the initial three objects are be inserted into the each node. And now observe, so this section of we are making as a first node. So we need to focus on to the fifth one. So this is important. So we need to check for the index position. So this particular position we need to check. So index here, what is the index we are having? Fifth here. So this section of code, index greater than or equal to 0, which is returning true. And we need to check for this size. So what is the size we are having? 4. And what is the index we are having here? What is the index we are having? 5. So this section of code is returning false. So first condition is returning true, and the second condition is returning false. So what happens here? The entire expression is going to return false. The entire expression is returning false. Right. So whenever it is returning false, now we need to understand here. So if it is returning false, they made as a not condition. So they made as a not condition. Getting the point? So if they are making not condition, observe it will return true. It will return true here. Now you can see, so we are getting a exception here. We are getting an exception. So based on this particular index, we are getting an exception. We'll understand. So what is the exception we are going to get? Now what you are understanding here? Now you can see index out of bound exception, index 5, size 4. So now what you are understanding here, whenever we are trying to work for the add method with index and element here. So what we need to understand here, so whatever the index we are going to pass, so that should be within the size of the given object here. Getting the point? Now you can see, so as of now we are having the size 4 here. As of now the size 4, but here we are trying to insert the fifth element here, but the index also we are giving fifth here. So internally the code is checking the size. The size as of now we are having only 4. Getting the point? Now what you are understanding is, whenever we are trying to work for this particular add method, so which is expecting index with the element here. So first we need to check the size. So within the size only we can provide the index value. Within the size only we can provide the index value here. So this is all about the add method here. Okay, sometime what happens here, so ll dot add method, ll dot add method, here I want to give 1, here I want to give 1, and I want to specify double here. Now we can run one more time here. So I'm trying to move inside this particular check position index here. So directly I'm trying to checking here. So again, which is returning true. So why it is returning true here? Why it is returning true? So we'll understand here. So index greater than or equal to 0. So this will become satisfied. But here, what is the size we are having? Size 0, index we are having 1. So initially also, getting the point, initially also we cannot go for the with the 1 here. Initially also we cannot go for the 1. So directly we can insert 0. From the 0 in elements onwards only we can start. So this is some restriction we need to understand here, because there is no default capacity in the linked list. There is no default capacity in the linked list here. when we are trying to work for the linked list object here, first what we need to know? First we need to know the size. The size by default is 0. But in the first index location, we are trying to add this particular item value. But we don't have the first node. We don't have a first node. Because of this, what happening internally? We are getting an exception. Cutting the point. So we need to go for the 0. Right. Now you can see, if I'm going to run one more time here, so linked list, add method. So we are checking. Now we'll try to find out the information which is returning false. Right? So if it is returning false, we are not going to get any exception here. Okay. So index equals to size. Index to equals to size. Now what they are doing here? So they are calling linked last here. For the linked last method, we already identified in the last class. So what it will do? So last node they are trying to find out. So there is no last node here. The L we are getting null here because so this is the first object we are creating. And with help of this particular last node, we are creating one more object here. So they are making last node. If L is equals to null, so they are making first also. First and last, we are having only one node. First node and last node, we are having only the current node we are making here, right? So this is a new node. Now you can see there is no previous and next here. There is no previous and next. This is the first and last node here. So this is the way the nodes we are going to create. Okay. So we identified add method. So how about this particular set method? How about this particular set method? We'll try to call this particular set method. LL dot set method. The set also which is expecting index and string element. Cutting the point. So we'll see the difference between add and set here. I want to give second here. I want to give second here and I want to find out the some string value BB. Okay. So we'll see how this particular set method is going to work internally. Right. Let me move inside this particular set method. Now internally, now you can understand here. So check element index here. Again, the same method we are calling here. So the same method we are calling internally. So check index element here. Now you can see is element index. Basically for the add with the index, any index related method we are calling, first is going to check. So the size and given index here. Now we can say if I'm going to move, so it's going to return false here. It is returning false. Why it is returning false here? The size we are having 1, the index we are having 2. The index we are having 2. Okay, so we are going to get an exception. First we need to understand here, whenever we are trying to work for the any index related here, so it will give you an out of bound exception whenever we are trying to give the index more than size. Okay, now I am giving within the size here. I want to find out here. So check for element. We'll say what is returning. So it's returning true. So why it is returning true again? Uh, we'll go for the index here. Index is okay. Okay, size less than they're making here. Okay, I thought they are making less than or equals to, but they made the condition less than, so it will not satisfy. Okay, we need to go work on the 0. So let's see, we'll get an exception. Okay, let me change here 0. We cannot go for the 1 also. So only applicable element index is 0. Okay, so check for element is not going to return. Now observe, so based on this particular index, what we are doing here, we are trying to find out the any node is available or not, we are checking here. Yes, we are having a node. Right, in the zero index location, we are having a node. So that we are getting here something called AA. Now you can see, so what we are doing here, x dot item. X dot item. So what is the value we are going to get? Old value. Old value called double A. Now what I want to do, so element here. What is the element we are having? BB. BB. Right? Now you can see x dot item, the item is changed here. Now you can see inside this particular node, item initially we are having AA. Now it is changed to be BB. Right. So set method, what is doing here? So it will try to change the item. It will try to change the item here. Getting the point. Now if I'm going to print this particular AL, if I'm going to print this particular linked list here, so what is the value we are getting here? BB. Getting the point. The value we are getting here, BB. So initially we given as a AA, but based on this particular set method, so the value is overridden. The value is overriding. So this is the purpose of this particular set method. Right. Now you can observe remove method. So to go for the remove method, now what we can do? So to understand the remove method, I want to add from the ll.add. So BB, CC and DB. Okay. So these are the some elements I want to add into this particular linked list. Now you can see, so whatever the object we added, so those objects we are getting here. Okay, now you can see how we are trying to inserting here. The same way we are getting an object here. Okay, now we want to go for the remove method. So first we'll go for the remove the collection remove method. Collection remove method. The collection related remove method is expecting object here. So this we need to pass. I want to provide here double here. I want to provide here double here. Okay, observe how this particular remove method is working. When we are trying to call the remove method, now what we are doing here? So we are going to remove the connections, node connections here. We are going to remove the node connections here. Right. So I want to move inside this particular remove method. So observe, this is all about the remove method. Internally, O is not null. So O is not null. Directly, we are coming the else block. So observe. So we are trying to find out the loop with help of this particular nodes here. So first node we are loading. The first node we are making into x, and x not equals to null, and x is equals to x dot next. So first node can contain the next reference. Getting the point. Up to how many times this loop is going to repeat? So x not equals to null. X not equals to null is nothing but the last node cannot have a next reference here. The last node can contain the null here. The last node can contain the next reference here null. Right. So up to this particular null, so this particular loop is going to repeat. Now you can see, so we are checking internally equal method. The equals method, if you observe, so whatever the object we pass here, so they are going to check for the item here. They are going to check for the item. Now you can see the current object is satisfied. the first object only it is satisfied. And internally, what is doing it? Now you can see X they are passing. X is nothing but node they are passing. Node they are passing here, and they are making unlink here. So they are calling unlink method. Observe, so how this particular unlink method is going to work. So unlink is nothing but, so we are not going to, like, we will remove the connections here. So this is our AA. Now what we are going to do? So this particular node, the references we are not going to use. Again, this particular references we are going to make. Again, this particular references we are going to make to the remaining objects here. We are going to make the remaining objects here. Okay, so observe x dot item. So what is x dot item we are having? X dot item we are having AA, right? So AA we are passing into this particular element, and so we are checking next to references here. We are having BB, and so previous reference we are having null. When we are previous reference we are having null. Now what I'm doing here, so whatever the next node we are having, so that one we are making as a first. Basically this is the current node we are having first here, but now what we are doing is, based on this particular previous null, this is the second node we are making as a first here. Okay, so first is identified. Next equals to null? No. Next we are having object here. The next we are having object. So whenever we are having this particular object here, now you can see next dot previous. Next dot previous. Right. The next is coming to this. The next dot previous we are having here. The next dot previous, what is the object we are having here? So double here. Next dot previous we are having double here. But now if you observe, so this particular previous null. Previous null. So x dot next. So this particular x dot next we are having an object here. Now you can see the previous they are making a null, and so this particular x dot next also we are having an object here. So this particular x dot next also we are making null. Observe. Carrying the point. So this particular A, there is no reference call. There is no next reference and previous reference. So previous reference initially only we don't have, but now what we are doing is the next reference we are making null. Why we are making null? Because we are trying to remove this particular object. Because we are trying to remove this particular node here. Whenever we are trying to call here remove, what we are doing internally, we are trying to remove the node's information. So based on the node's information, so this particular node is going to remove here. But now, so this particular node is not going to pointing to any references, only the item we are having. There is no references here. Carrying the point, there is no references here. This is the way the objects are going to remove here. Size minus mod count. So return whatever the element we are having, so those elements we are trying to return. Right? It's returning true. Successfully, this object is removed from the linked list here. So double here. The first AA is removed. First AA is removed here. Okay. So any questions regarding the remove method, add method, which is taking as a index, and we identified set method also, which is taking as a index parameter along with our element here. So let me know anyone having any questions here. Okay, so we'll go for the remaining method, contains all. So contains all, now what we can do, so to understand this particular contains all, first I want to go for the array list object creation. Here array list object creation I created, and ll dot contains all. So see, I want to pass as a AL here. I want to pass as a AL. Okay, so we'll go for the content solve method, how it's going to work. So click on line number 26, and I'm moving inside this particular. Now simple. So this particular contains all is implemented in our abstract collection, not from the linked list. So we don't want to check one more time here. So now you can see, so we are having loop here, and internally we're calling the contains method. Now you can see the contains method. So what they are doing here internally, so index of method they are calling, and we'll go for the index of here. So this section of code we already identified. Okay, anyway we'll go for the one more time. So what is the object we are having? AB, right? So O is not null, and we'll go for the else section. Again what we are doing is we are repeating the loops, and we are trying to find out the object to equal, and we are returning index here. We are returning index here. Now you can see, so this object is not going to identify. So -1 we are getting is returning false. The contains all is returning false. Why? Because whatever the object we are having right now, so those are not available inside this particular linked list. So because of it's returning false. Contains false method is returning false. Getting the point? Only basically for the checking purpose, all the methods will have same logic here, but only some code is going to change here. If you observe that remove method, so remove method also we are having the same. We are trying to find out the nodes, and inside the node we are trying to find out the item, and we are having the equals method. So if the item is going to satisfy, we are removing. Right. Same way in the contents also. Now what we are doing is, so we are trying to repeating the value based on the loop, and we are we are trying to find out in based on the equals method. If the equals method returning true, so the contains all method return true. So otherwise it returns false. Right. So this is only the difference between remove and contains all. And same way add also will say based on the internal loop, it's going to call the add method. Okay. So clear method, what it will do, this particular clear method, it will try to clear the all the objects from the linked list. Okay, equals method already identified just now. So hash code we identified in the last class, because still we are trying to work for the same string data type here. Okay, now back to here. So get method, how this particular get method is going to work. So to understand this particular get method, now what we can do, here I want to give second here. Here I want to give second. Now observe, let me run in the debug mode. So contains all we identified, get method we are checking. So now you can see again they are checking. So check for the element index. So this method we already identified multiple times. Here. Okay. So this method is not returning anything. So node method. The node method also we identified. So based on this particular index here, what we are doing here, let's see one more time we can understand here. So node like your index size we are having 6. The index we are trying to providing as a 2. So this condition is satisfying here. First we are loading the first element, and index is equals to 2, right? So we are trying to repeat the loop 2 times here. Now we are finding next node here, right? So next node we are getting here CC, and one more next node we are getting here something called DD, right? So this condition so will not satisfy it. We are coming out of this particular loop. So basically here they are trying to reducing the size here. So it is a we need to focus on to the here bitwise operators, hexadecimal operators. Based on this, the size they are going to check here. So if you know, so those operators, we can understand here how what is doing internally. Okay, so back to here, the X here we are returning DD. So this particular DD value we are trying to finding here the item. So it will try to return the DD value here. Now you can understand here. So in the second index location we are having same or not. So this particular we removed here so that 0, 1, 2. Correct the point. So we are getting the particular DD object information. Right? So get method we already identified. Based on the node method, it's trying to find out the appropriate node. From the node, it's returning the item here. So this is all about the get method and remove method. Now what it will do internally? So we'll see this particular remove method what it will do. I want to go for the 2 here. So I want to go for the 2. We'll understand the difference between so remove method which is expecting object and one more remove method which is expecting index value. Okay, now we are inside the remove method. So we are checking element here. So node method. Node method. Now what you are understanding is again the particular node what it will do. So we'll go for the so loop iteration. Loop iteration it will try to find out the so based on the particular index here what is the node we are going to have. The appropriate node is returning. Appropriate node is returning and the node we are making unlink method. Unlink here. So this particular unlink also we identified. It will try to remove the all the references here. So now you can see this particular object we are having next and previous. So this is the node we are trying to for removing here. So what is the node? It is a CC. So the node called CC will remove here. Now you can see the CC is having next to node and previous here. Observe, previous is not null. Previous is not null. Okay, now what they are doing is previous dot next. Previous dot next whatever the next we are having we are making and x dot previous. So x dot previous we are making null. So first previous is we made as a null. Now you can see previous we made as a null and second one. So x dot previous we are making previous here. So x dot next we are making null. Now you can observe the x dot next also we are making null. So both the references we made as a null. So this particular object no longer available to the so perform any other operations here. Right? So this is all about the particular remove method which is expecting index here. Now you can understand it. The CC no longer available. In the below println method there is no CC. The CC is removed here. Right. So this is all about the remove method and index of and last index of. So whenever we are providing the index of here, we'll see. So index of method already we identified. Internally is checking for the node iteration. Okay, we'll understand one more time. If you see, most of the methods we are having interlink here. Most of the methods we are having interlink here. I want to pause for the double here. I want pause for the. So what is the index of this particular double here? Observe index of method, we are inside the index of. So directly we are checking. So A we are passing here. Now we'll go for the else. So now what you are understanding here? Now what you are understanding here, we are trying to repeating the loop, and if the O is satisfying with this particular item, so returning index here. How this particular index is incrementing? So now here, based on this particular line number 611, so the loop is, the index value is going to increase here. So initially, what is the index we are having? 0. Now the first condition only satisfying, it is returning index here, because the AA we stored in the first index location. So if it is a FF, if it is a FF, now what happens internally? What happens internally? So it will try to repeat until this condition will satisfy. Until this particular condition will satisfy. Definitely the condition is going to satisfy, because whatever the object we are passing in, so this particular object so will contain within this particular linked list. Will contain within this particular linked list. Right? So this is the way we are going to make this particular index of. So the particular index of will return here. Okay. So now these are about the list interface methods. So any questions? List interface methods and collection related methods. Okay. So now it's the time to move the queue interface and so just now ignore the list iterator and iterator concepts here. So we'll see. So in our upcoming classes, we'll try to focus on this particular list iterator concepts on our upcoming classes. Okay. So back to here in the linked list class, what I want to provide the information here. So this particular linked list is extending, sorry, it is implementing. So DQ interface. It is implementing this particular DQ interface. So whenever it is implementing this particular DQ interface here, now, so we already discussed the DQ interface here. What are the methods we are having inside this particular DQ interface? So we need to understand here. So DQ interface, right? And we are having add first method. We are having add first method. So how this particular add first method is implemented? I want to provide the internal information of this particular add first. Now you can see when we are trying to call this particular add first method, internally what is doing a link first method. Link first method. Now what is doing internally? Now you can see, so first object we are loading. First object we are loading is. So based on this particular object, so carefully observe here, we are making a null here. Getting the point? Now you can see the first element, like first object and last object. The references we need to see carefully. Now you can see when we are trying to create a new node here, the null we are making for the next reference. Null we are making for the next references. So that we can consider this is a last node. But when we are trying to work for the first object here, now we are making null first here. So that now what you are understanding is, so the previous node will become null. The first node can contain the previous node null here. Fine. The null for the first node, the previous references will become null. Carrying the point. So this is only the difference here. This is only the difference we need to understand here. Okay. So this is all about the add method here. So where we identified add method. Add method internally, it is calling link first. The link first we identified. Okay. So another method we need to focus here, add last. So add last method will go for the link last method. The add last method, it's go for the link last method. Now you can see add last method internally we are calling link last. The link last method just now we identified. So we are going to create a new node. So we are going to have the next references null. So this is the difference between first and last. Okay. Offer first. Carrying the point. So offer first here. So what exactly the offer first is going to write here? Offer first. The offer first now you can see internally we are calling add first. Carrying the point. Offer first also we are calling internally add first. So add first also internally will call link first. Carrying the point. So say the hierarchy how we are trying to call the methods here. So same way now you can see offer last. So internally we are calling add last. The add last internally will call link last. Carrying the point. So this is all about the offer last and offer first methods. And now we need to go for the remove first. Now we can go for the remove first here. The remove first now you can see what is doing internally first node. If the first node we cannot find here, it's throwing a no such element exception. So if the first is not finding, it will throw an exception. Otherwise, it will unlink first here. So just we are trying to removing the references here for this particular first node. Carrying the point. So same way remove last. Now we can see. So we already identified retrieves and remove the first element of the queue. So if the element is not found, so we are going to get an exception. So that we are trying to see here. If the element is not found, we are throwing an exception. So for the first and last. Now we need to focus on to the pool first here. So what happens internally? The pool first here. So the pool first internally, what is doing here? Simply they are returning null. If this particular f equals to null, so it will return null. Otherwise, they are calling unlink first. In the both cases, they are calling unlink first method, but only the difference here. If the f is null, so they are going to throw exception, and in the remove first. But what about this particular pool first? So they are working on the ternary operator. With help of this particular ternary operator, they are trying to return the null. Same way, so it is applicable for the pool last also. Same way, it is applicable for the pool last also. And so that we already identified, and pool last will return null. Right. So same way, we can go for the get first method. So what is doing this particular get first method? Now you can see the get first method internally. So it will try to load the first node. If the first node is null, so throwing an exception. Same way, get last. Get last method also, it will try. First object is null. If the object is null, so now you can see internally they are working on the ternary operation. Ternary operations here. right? Same way P class also. So these are everything we are discussing inside the linked list. Because these methods are coming from the DQ interface, all the methods are implemented. Getting the point? All the methods are implemented here. So now we identified the peak first to first method, last method, everything. So push method. Push method. So remove first occurrence here, remove last occurrence here. Basically, so whenever we are going to get this particular first occurrence, the particular object is going to remove. Now, so go for the push method. So what is doing here? So what is doing internally push method? Internally, it's calling add first method. Internally, it is calling add first method. So add first method already we identified. So internally, it's going to call the link first method. Okay. So now we need to go for the pop method. So what it will do, this particular pop method, the pop method internally, it's going to call remove first method. Internally, it is calling remove first method. So how this particular remove first occurrence is implemented. So now you can see remove first occurrence, so they're calling remove method. The remove method with the object parameter we identified here. Same way, so remove last occurrence here, what is doing it? If the object is null, they're calling so this particular iteration, and if the object is not null, so they're calling this particular iteration. So this particular iteration we already identified here. So these are the methods so implemented in our linked list class. So those are coming from the DQ interface. DQ interface. So any questions? Any questions so far? Like what are the methods we discuss here? Those are coming from the DQ interface here. Okay. So we'll go for the one more class here. So the another class here, like I'm trying to move set interface. I'm trying to move set interface. Inside this particular set interface, so we are having one implementation class called has set here. Has set test here. So this is the name of the class I'm trying to take here. And here, this particular has set class I'm going to provide. So has set is our implementation of set interface. HS is equals to new has set. Basically, this particular hash set is going to work based on the some hashing mechanism here. How this particular hashing mechanism is going to work. So we'll understand here based on the some key value pair, the hash set is going to work internally. Okay, we'll observe. First, we'll see how this particular hash set is implemented. So hash set here. Now you can see hash set is coming from the is extending from the abstract set and which is implementing from the set interface. We already identified the set does not have any specific method. So whatever the method we are having, all the methods are coming from the collection interface. Collection interface. Basically, here one of the important concepts we need to understand here. The concepts called the hash set internally is going to work on the based on the hash map functionality. The hash map is going to work on the hash table. Directly or indirectly, this particular hash set is going to work on the hash table functionality. Right. So it's going to use the hash table to store an element here. Okay. We'll see how this particular hash table is going to work. Observe. So they provided one variable here. So what is the name of the variable we are having? Map. Getting the point. One variable we are having map here. Getting the point. Now observe the map is having the type called hash map. So we'll see regarding this particular hash map later. But now what we need to understand here. So the hash map is also is a generic type. So which is expecting key as a element type and object as a value type. Object as a value type. So this particular value, every time we are going to pass this particular present. This particular present here. So don't confuse here this particular parameter, because as I explained, so which is expecting E as a key and this particular object as a value. This particular value we are passing this particular present, but now we need to focus on to the key. So the E, how exactly it's going to work. So mostly we have to focus on to the E. Okay. Now back to here. So hash set here. So this is our default constructor. When we are trying to call this particular hash set default constructor, what we are doing internally, we are creating new hash map object. Getting the point? New hash map object we are creating here. Right. Now observe. So here now you can see the default initial capacity we are having 16 and load factor we are having 0.75. So up to the 75% of the hash set is filled. Now it's going to create a new hash set object here. Right? So this is indicating load factor. This is indicating the load factor here. So once the 75% of the hash set is filled with the objects here, it's going to create a new hash set object and it will copy the existing object and it will try to store the new object here. Okay. So this is all about the default capacity. Up to how many elements we can store? 60. Right? And here we are having second constructor which is expecting collections, and based on this particular site we are having ratio we are implementing here. Getting the point? We are trying to implementing the ratio so that the objects are going to copy into the hash map here, and finally we are calling the method called add all. So this is the second constructor which is expecting collection as a parameter. So which is expecting collection as a parameter, right? So third constructor we need to see. So initial capacity and load factor. Now what is the capacity we want to give? So by default we are having 16. And if we want to override the default capacity, now what we can do? We can go for this particular initial capacity and load factor. Right? So this is the way, this is the third constructor we are going to create. And fourth one, we are having only initial capacity. There is no load factor. So this is all about the hash set here, right? And this particular hash set constructor we cannot call. This constructor we cannot call. Now iterator size and is empty. So everything, now you can see everything we are coming from the map reference. Carrying the point, everything which is coming from the map references. So any method, now you can see any method is calling from the map dot. So map dot remove, map dot clear. Right, clone also we are having map. So finally this is a private method we don't want to discuss. So read object or everything, these are the private methods. But whatever the method so implemented from the whatever the method we implemented, all internally we are taking the reference of map dot. Now you can think, so how much the map is important here, right? So we'll understand here how this particular hash set is going to work. Correct the point, how this particular hash set is going to work. So let's see we'll try to, like, we identified the hash set constructors here. Now I'm trying to insert the element here. So hs dot add method. Here also I want to add. So we'll see how this particular add method is going to work. So we'll see how this particular add method is going to work here. So constructor we identified. Now I'm moving inside this particular add method. Observe. So what is the E we are passing here? The E we are passing double A. And what about this particular present? So I provided the information. This present is coming from the, so this is carrying the point. This is the present. So this present cannot change here. This particular present cannot change here. Carrying the point. So every time the present will same, but only what is the value will change here? So E. This particular E will change here. Okay. Now what we need to understand here, when we are trying to call this particular add method internally, so it is calling map.put method. Map.put method. Now we can see, so e.key object.value. Cutting the point. Now let me move inside this particular put method. So we are inside the, so which class? Hash map. Okay. Internally, now what we need to understand here, so for key, carefully observe here, for key, they are having one method here. So they are having one more method. The name of the method, hash. The name of the method, we are having hash. So what it is doing here? Getting the point. So we need to focus on to this particular hash. So let me move inside this particular hash. So this is our hash method. Now key, it is not a null. So we are having key. Now what we can do? We need to go for the key dot hash code. So what is the key dot hash code? So to understand the key dot hash code, where we need to go? We need to go to the string class. In the string class, the hash code method we identify. So some hash code we are going to get. Some hash code we are going to get. So because we already discussed in the previous section when we are trying to work for the hash code method. Okay. So now what you are understanding here? What you are understanding here? So here we are going to get a hash code of this particular key. This is very important here. For each and every key, we are going to have different hash code. Getting the point? For each and every key, we are going to have different hash code. Now you can see for this particular key, we are having 2080. Now we'll focus on to the put value method. Now, so these are about the put value, hash code, key, and value. Hash code, key, and value. Okay. Now, so what we can understand here. So what is the tab here? Where is the tab is coming from? So this is the tab. Again, now you can see one more node they are trying to create. So one more node they are trying to create, but this particular node is different. This particular node is expecting key value pair, and here we are having node array. Getting the point? This is the node array. Node array. Now you can see. So this P one object. This particular P is having only single node. Single node. So these are the all declared here. So we'll try to understand the table here. The table we are having null, and this entire condition we are going to make as a null. So this condition will satisfy true. Now observe what I am trying to do here. So what we are trying to do, we are calling the resize method, and whatever the resize, the value we are going to get, we are initializing into tab. So as well as we are initializing into n here. So tab we are having. So this is the hash map here. So default values like default object information, the default object creation, how many objects we can store here. So now we can see 16, 0 to 15. 0 to 15 we can consider here 16, and the particular n, now you can see we are getting 16. The particular n we are getting 16. Getting the point. So this is very important here. So tab we identified, n we identified. Okay. So we'll go for the one more if condition. Now what we are doing here. So here we are creating new node here. Here we are creating new node based on this particular hash, based on this particular key. So based on this particular value. Okay. So we'll go for the new node. Right. Here, observe here. So node section is already implemented in the hash map. This is the nested class. Node is a nested class, so which is implemented in our hash map here. Okay. So based on this particular hash, so they are going to create a node here. So we'll see how this particular diagrams are going to create it for this particular key value pair node. But what we need to understand here, how this particular hash set is going to work. So I want to provide you some information regarding this particular hash set here. Basically, so whatever the elements we are going to add, so we are not going to get in the same order. So hs.add, if I'm going to provide ab hs.add and hs.add something ca run one more time. So we are getting same. Getting the point. The order, like how we are trying to insert, we are not going to get the same order. Why we are not going to get the same order? Because what happens internally? So we are creating the node based on the hash code here. We are creating the node based on the hash code. The hash code for the each key, it's going to different. Cutting the point. For each key, so we are going to have different hash codes here. Cutting the point. So based on the different hash code, we are going to have the different index. The references are going to change for this particular node here. And even though we created this particular node in the last, but the location of this particular node is came as a fourth one, and the CA is entered into the fifth node. Getting the point. So these are for the hash set here. So because the remaining method we already identified how the methods are calling, like how the methods are implemented here. So something called size. So E is empty. So contains method. Getting the point. So add method, remove method, contains all method. So do I need to explain all the methods which are available in the collection interface? Because in the two examples we already covered how this particular examples are implemented. Getting the point. So first only we need to focus on to the how the hash set objects are creating, and and based on the which logic the hash sets are implemented here. So this is important here, right? So any questions? So hash code, this is very important here. The hash code we already identified in the string class, because the generic type we are using as a string here. Hash code. So based on this particular string Latin or string UTF, so the hash codes are going to generated here. This particular hash code value we already identified here. So now you can see 31 into h plus, so this is the hexadecimal values here. So based on that we are getting a hash code here. We are going to get a hash code. But what about this particular byte value? The byte value we are going to get here, the value. So for example, we are having double A. The double A, what is the A value which resides in our Unicode systems? So the values are going to load. So something called ASCII values. Based on the character, what is the ASCII value we are going to have? So based on this particular ASCII value, the hash code is going to generate it. So this is the format to generate the hash code, 31 into h plus some hexadecimal. So they're trying to doing the some addition. Finally, we're going to get a hash code of the particular given key. Right. So for the custom object here, so we can print based on the key or based on the some unique, whatever the unique information we are going to get. So based on that, we can implement the particular hash code here. Okay. So this is all about the simple example on the hash set here, and we'll go for the linked hash set here. So one more implementation class here, linked hash set. So linked hash set also, so internally is going to work on the same manner. So how we identified here, the linked list here. Linked list, how we identified here, same way we are going to work on the linked hash map here. So let me provide the one more example. Linked hash test here. Basically, this is the one more implementation class. I want to use a string here. So ls so linked hashes. Now you can see how many constructors we are having. So which is expecting initial capacity, load factor, initial capacity, collection, default. Right? So these are the 4 constructors. So these also same for our hash set here. So only the difference here, so this particular LH dot add. So for this, I want to find out the six. Right? Now if I'm trying to print here, LH here, we'll see how this particular objects are will store. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why we are getting the same order? Why we are getting the same order? Getting the point. Basically, the difference here, linked hash set internally is going to go for the linked list concept. It's going to create a node, and we'll have a previous node and the next node references. Right? So if I'm going to copy the same object information to this particular hash set here, if I'm going to print here, now observe, we are not going to get the same order. Now you can see, so 5, 6, 1, 4, 2, 3. We are not getting the same order because so this section of code is going to work on the hash code. So, but this linked list also, linked hash set also is going to work on the hash hash code mechanism. But even though after generating the hash code, so it's going to go for the order here. It's going to go for the order. If I'm going to provide linked hash set, internally is extending from the hash set here. Now add method. Now add method here. So linked hash set. This is the constructor we are having. So this is also constructor. So other than the constructor, we don't have anything. Other than this particular constructor, we don't have any information here. Right. Getting the point. But here, the advantage we are going to get only after generating the hash code. So they are going to work on the node concept, and whatever the first object we created, so it will insert the hash code, but the indexes, the node indexes will become same how we are going to insert it here. So the hash code for this particular one hash code is something called so 2078. But even though if it is a 2078, so it's going to insert it into the first node object here. So that is the priority is implemented in our linked hash set here. So this is only the difference between hash set and linked hash set. Internally is going to work on the linked list data structure, but hash set is going to work on the hash table mechanism. Right? So any questions regarding these two classes? Hash set and linked hash set. Okay, so one more implementation class we need to understand for this particular set interface, something called tree set. So tree set, set here, test here. So basically, so tree set, tree test. I want to create the name of the class here, and inside this particular tree test here. Now what I want to write here, basically this is the implementation class, and here also I want to work for the tree set. Now observe this particular tree set is having different constructor. So the collection we already identified, but only the difference here which expecting comparator. So the comparator will provide the information. So in the which order we want to sort here, whether we want to sort in the ascending order or descending order. So this constructor will provide the information, right? And another constructor we are having sorted set, and this is our default constructor, and another constructor which is expecting collections, and one more constructor which is expecting comparator, and one more constructor which is expecting sorted set, right? So these all about the particular constructors here. Okay, we'll see the comparator later. First we need to focus on to the default one. Okay, observe. So based on this particular default one, now what I want to do, I want to copy everything. If I'm going to run this particular application, now observe here. Now what you are understanding it? So if I'm going to sort here, the first one, what we are going to get here? So this particular tree set, by default, it's going to provide the ascending behavior. Now you can see in the linked hash set, if I'm going to run the linked hash set, if I'm going to run, we are getting an order here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And so if I'm going to run the same example in our hash set here, so this will go, it's giving the based on the hash code here, based on the hash code. But back to here, the tree set here, the tree set, it will give you the sort nature. This particular objects are going to sorted on the some ascending nature, and it's giving. So you can see in the alphabetical order, the objects are sorted here. In the alphabetical order, the objects are sorted. So this is one advantage we are going to get from the tree set class. Now, if we want to work on the comparator, so using the comparator, now what we can do? So we can go for the, so what, like in the which sorting nature we want to, we can implement the comparator and we can provide the, so whatever the sorting behavior we are expecting it. So this will, the comparator we'll see, so in our upcoming classes here. But now just focus here, the difference between hash set, linked hash set and tree set. Carrying the point. So these are the three classes are implemented. These are the three classes are implemented from the set interface, and the tree set is implementing from the one more interface called navigable set. Navigable set here. So if this particular tree set is implementing from the navigable set here, now what we can do? So we need to focus on to the navigable set related methods and sorted set related methods. Okay. So these two methods, the two interfaces method, we can discuss in our tomorrow class. So once these two methods, interfaces methods we completed, we'll go for the Q and DQ, because most of the DQ method we already identified. So we'll go for the Q interface implementation class, and one time we'll go for the DQ related implementation class. After this, we'll implement the another section of code that is called map here. So collection, once the collection is completed, we'll go for the map related concepts here. So this is our collection agenda. So most we'll try to close end of this particular week the collection related examples. Any questions regarding our today's sessions? Okay. So if we don't have anything, like we'll continue tomorrow.